Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. These last 2 weeks have been really good to me. I've been able to find some really neat stuff for good prices. And like always, I wanted to share my finds with you. I hope you enjoy, so let's get started. First off, I wanted to talk about my monthly Club Nintendo. Whenever I pick it up, I talk about it. This time they're showcasing on the cover the new game Kid Icarus Uprising. Looks to be a really cool game, and Kid Icarus is one of those franchises that I don't know why Nintendo just forgot about. The game on the NES was really cool, also the one that came out on the Game Boy. So it's really weird that it took so long for them to actually make a game of Kid Icarus, but it's out now. It looks really cool. They also talk about Poke Park 2. They give some inside looks at Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater, which looks really cool. Also, I have to pick that one up. So, all in all, really good issue of Club Nintendo. So, yeah, that's that. Well, let's continue with some video games. I was able to find some NES games. Went to a swap meet and these people were selling NES games like dirt cheap. So I picked up Rocket Ranger, made by Kemco Seika. This is an adventure game. You play this Flash Gordon type superhero. Then you have to go around choosing missions, and there are parts of it that you can actually shoot, in the levels. And then you have to choose a conversation, or then you're in this fighting game. It's a really interesting game. Really liked it. Was finally able to pick me up a copy of Metal Storm. This is a really good game I've been trying to track down for a while now. You play as this mech guy, but the big thing about this game is that you can walk like you normally do on the NES games, but then you can press a button and flip to the ceiling. And you have to do that to avoid enemies and obstacles. Really cool game, but really hard because it's one of those one-hit kills type of games. But really fun, and the graphics are really awesome here. Also picked up Krystallus. I already own this game on the Game Boy Color. But I heard that the original NES game was better, and it was released by SNK, who are more famous for doing the King of Fighters games. But been meaning to pick it up. Picked it up. It's really good. Really enjoyed it. And I picked up this other game. I don't know anything about the game. I picked it up because it was made by Hudson Soft, and on the NES they released a lot of really cool games. And it's Sexis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Popped it in, and it's actually really cool. It's kind of like it's kind of like The Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Adventure, but in space. So I was really pleasantly surprised with this one. Like I said, I didn't know anything about it, but picked it up. Really good game. Glad I did. Also picked up for the DS at a Blockbuster, Kirby's Mass Attack. Kirby is, I think, one of Nintendo's only characters that doesn't come out with a bad game. I have never played a bad Kirby game. He has a better track record than Mario, actually. But Kirby's Mass Attack, he has a spell thrown onto him, and he's divided into smaller Kirbys. So you have to control you have to find them, and then you have to use them to battle the enemies. It's a really cool game. Like I said, I really like Kirby and the Kirby game, so really happy I picked that one up. My brother sold me Mega Man X8. With this, I have pretty much all of the Mega Man games. Mega Man 7 was okay, but Mega Man X8 goes back to what made Mega Man X so cool. Really like this game. I like it a lot better than Mega Man X7, but Mega Man. Woo. Picked up for the Wii, Glee Karaoke Revolution Volume 3. I'm a big fan of music games. I might have mentioned this before. I always, play Rock Band and anything that has music in it. And Glee is I actually enjoy the TV show. Mostly because of the music. The music that they do is really really awesome. So again, I've been meaning to track this one down because it has a lot more music than the other two that came out. So yeah, it's a really good game. I really enjoyed this one. So, yep. And the last game I picked up uh, is Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. Basically, EA Games just made a game revolved around the sport of Quidditch from the Harry Potter universe. It's a good game. It's not great, but it's pretty good. And this game turns out to be one of my milestone games because it's my 750th Nintendo game. So, Nintendo games that I own for Nintendo consoles. So yeah, 750. And it turned out to be Harry Potter. But like I said, it's not a bad game, but it's not that complex either. Okay, on to some manga I picked up. I picked up the first volume of Dothack, Legend of the Twilight, issued by Tokyo Pop. Uh, the animation is kind of childish looking, but I liked it. It's like set in this world where World of Warcraft type games are huge, but the biggest one is this game called The World, and these two twin brothers get these ultra rare avatars that are like these legendary heroes, and they go on in this volume they go through some adventures. But really cool. I'll track down the second one. Next manga I picked up is Naruto, Volume 12. This was when they were doing the ninja exams before Gaara actually started, doing chaos, and Naruto stopped him. Really like Naruto, but I'm still trying to track down issue 19, which is the one I missed in Shonen Jump. Now, this one I'm really excited about. Like I mentioned in my last video where I picked up books, when I was a kid, there were two samurai books I've been meaning to track down for a long, long time. I picked up the Book of the Samurai, which is like a big history lesson on the samurai culture. And the one I was finally able to track down is Hagakure, The Way of the Samurai. This is the one I was talking about, that it's a translation of the teachings of Bushido, the samurai code. It was written by a samurai warrior, and it basically tells how a samurai should act through his master and to his family, how he must act in himself, how he has to basically treat every day like his last and not fear death and everything. Really, really good book. I'm so happy when I found this. It's not in the best condition, and it's a soft cover. And I think it actually might just be not an official print because I don't know. The paper quality is kind of questionable, but still, really awesome book. Just really, really like this book a lot. And I'm so happy to finally have found this book and add it to my book collection because, like I said, when I was a kid and I found out about those two books, this one and the Book of the Samurai, I've been wanting them for a long, long time, and I'm really happy I finally picked up this one. So yeah, really, really excited about that. Picked up the soft cover of XWing I, Revenge. This is book 8 in the XWing series. I really like the Star Wars Expanded Universe, so I picked this one up. It's not in the best condition because, again, it's a soft cover, but it turns out this is the only way that you can get these books, so I guess that's okay. Also finally picked up Michael Crichton's The Lost World Jurassic Park. This is the sequel to his book, Jurassic Park. And, again, I would have preferred a hardcover because these little books tend to, tear pretty easily, as you can see here. But it has this really cool hologram. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So yeah, really looking forward to reading through this because I really like the Jurassic Park book, and I'm looking forward to this. Also picked up from the Harry Potter series, the Tales of Beedle the Bard. These are like short wizard stories that J.K. Rowling wrote. But the big one is the Tale of the Three Brothers, which explains the Deathly Hallows. So it's a small book, but nonetheless, it has some really good stories there. Again, my favorite being the Tale of the Three Brothers. Also, I really liked the Bones TV show on Fox, and I knew it was inspired on a book. So when I saw this one, I picked it up. It's Bone to Ashes, written by Kathy Race, and it tells the story of Temperance Brennan. But Temperance Brennan is the only character that appears in the book. None of the characters that appear on the TV show are here. But it's a good read. Just a little disappointed on that. Also picked up I Am Legend, the original 1954 book written by Richard Matheson. It just has the Will Smith movie cover there, but I remember reading this one when I was younger, and I thought it was really cool. And it's weird, this book's been remade like 3 times. One with Vincent Price, one in the Omega Man with Charlton Heston, and this one with the newer one with Will Smith. And all of them seem to have moved away from the vampire thing because originally they were vampires. Vampires were the main thing here. So really good book. Really like this one a lot. Also picked up the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Pirates Guidelines. It's basically a book that explains the universe of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Again, a small book, but it had really cool illustrations, and it really, talks a lot about the universe of the Pirates of the Caribbean. So, I like that one. Also picked up Artemis Fowl, the Arctic Incident. This is the second book in the Artemis Fowl series. I really liked Half Moon Investigations, written by Ian Colfer. So I was really trying to track down Artemis Fowl. I need to track down the first one before I start reading this one, so yeah. Picked up this great illustrated classics Oliver Twist edition. Basically, this is Oliver Twist for high schoolers. They take out a lot of stuff, but I didn't own Oliver's Twist, so I decided to pick this one up. But I gotta track down the original one. Speaking of original ones, I picked up the Swiss Family Robinson. This is the original one. Not the first printing, of course, but it's the original one. Nothing's been cut out, and it's about this family that was on a boat and gets stranded on this island, and they basically have to survive. A classic story that's been done in Gilligan's Island or even Lost, but it's a really classic book that I'm glad I picked up. And the last thing I picked up is this Big Bang Theory trivia game. I'm a huge sucker for trivia games. I own one for Harry Potter. I own one for The Simpsons. I own one for TV shows. I own one for comic books. So, big trivia game fan. I think it's a good exercise to, try to remember things from other stuff. And this one has questions for, it has questions on science. It has questions on comic books and on the TV show itself. So I really enjoyed this one. Really good find, and I got it dirt cheap. But yeah, well, that was the pickup video. Like I said, a lot of really neat things I thought. Like always, I like to make a suggestion on the stuff I picked up. So I am going to go with Hagakure, The Way of the Samurai. And I am going to go with I Am Legend, because I really like this vampire book. So, yeah. Like always, thank you so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.